So when we're making calls, there's a few different ways that you can take the call. When you're making calls to a cold call, you can say, "Hi, this is Jonathan from AXA, reason for the call." Work with a lot of companies in the area, help them save money on their group health insurance. You can say, "I'm not interested." Well, can I ask you, do you currently have any life insurance? Well, they can say, "Why?" That's one way to lead into this conversation. Or when you're out at a networking event, you could talk to people specifically about what you do. You know, I work with people helping them save money on their financial planning, specifically their life insurance. Do you have life insurance? They could say yes, they could say no. They say no, you can say why not? They say yes. Well, a lot of my clients, I've been able to save them a lot of money on their policies. Do you have any objection to reviewing your existing coverage? No? Okay, great. It might take us maybe 15 to 20 minutes to review your policy. Make sure you're spending your insurance dollars as wisely as possible. When you're sitting down with the clients, there's a very specific reason why we have the ability to save people money. Any policy, this is for you to explain to your clients. Any policy written prior to 2007 is going to be based off of the 1980 mortality tables, the CSO mortality tables, the Commissioner Standard Ordinary Mortality Tables. Any table prior to 2007 is written off the 1980 mortality tables. In 2007, they upgraded it to the 2001 mortality tables. They take a look at these mortality tables about once every 20 years. The 1980 tables, those tables, the average lifespan was 67 years old. The average lifespan today is 78 years old. That is a huge difference, Mr. Client. What that means to you is if you have a policy that you took out prior to 2007 and you're medically insurable, you are dramatically overpaying for the cost of insurance. What we can do is we can review your policy and seeing if there might be some areas to save money. Oh, well, I have term insurance and it's expiring in 5 years. Well, maybe we'll be able to extend that term insurance for another 5 years for no additional costs. Well, I've been paying for my policy for a long time. Well, would you like to stop paying for your policy? You might be eligible to cancel your premiums going forward within the new policy if you medically qualify. Well, my policy's paid up. I haven't paid for it in 10 years. Well, that's great. That means you planned properly in the past. What you might have the ability to do is take that same internal cash value in the policy and instead of having $100,000, purchase $200,000. The cost of insurance is literally 50% cheaper than what existed in the 1980 tables. Here is how I illustrate that for my clients. In your policy, you've been paying this same level premium throughout the policy. But that's not the cost of insurance. The cost of insurance actually does this. Now, what you're asking, Mr. Client, is correct. You're now 10 years older, so the cost of insurance has gone up. Let me show you how this works. These are the 1980 tables. Let's do the 2001 tables. It's cheaper throughout the life of the policy. So those same 10 years down the road is still a cheaper internal cost of insurance. The cost of insurance inside of a life insurance policy is basically an annually renewable term policy internally in the policy. That's where the cost of insurance is calculated. Any policy prior to 2007 has a great potential to have you save money on the premiums. If they took out the policy after 2007, say great. I work with a lot of companies and other companies are great at different things. Would you have any objection to reviewing your coverage? Another company might be able to offer you a better premium. It's probably going to be a lot closer, but this is where our bread and butter is going to be in taking a look and replacing life insurance.